inquire, Your Honor?
May.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You could just speak up so the
Good
jurors
morning.
can hear
Good
you.
morning.
Please state your name.
My name is Samantha.
And Samantha, do you have someone standing next to you in court?
Yes, this is my husband.
How did you know Kristine Melton?
She was my best friend and my cousin.
Now, did you prepare a statement about what Kristine meant to you and your family?
Yes.
And before you read that statement, I want to direct your attention to the screen. Did you send some photos to the state that you would like the jury to be able to view?
Yes.
And these have previously been stipulated to?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that correct? The defense? Hold on. Yes.
That's fine, Judge.
No objections?
No objection.
All right. And is there an exhibit number for these or anything?
Yes, Your Honor. It'll be PowerPoint States Exhibit 4.
Okay. No objection to that PowerPoint then being admitted into evidence and published?
That's correct.
All right.
Judge, if we could get the bailiff to tap the screen. Thank you.
Just the first one. Okay. And Samantha, who is this a photograph of?
That's Kristine Melton
Okay.
and my daughter wearing outfits that they got for Christmas to match.
And what do the shirts say?
Do good.
Samantha, would you please read the statement that you prepared to the jurors?
Yes. Kristine Melton was my best friend and my cousin until October 7th, 2019. It is my task to describe this beautiful human and to somehow capture Kristine in a way that 12 strangers and 2 alternates can understand, using only my words. And I will do so sitting no more than 20 feet from the convicted, who beat Kristine, murdered Kristine, and threw her away like garbage. I hope you will understand this is not the ideal scenario to be sharing personal stories, although you would have loved them. There are no words to describe the absolutely lovely Kristine Ann Melton, but I will try. She was precious, not just to me, to everyone who knew her. She was a daughter, a sister, an aunt, a niece, and a cousin. She was loved, and her life had value. Kristine was remarkably funny, had a quick wit, and an entirely unique personality. If you were with her, you laughed. We laughed every single day. When you were with her, you felt safe and understood, never judged. She was a relief to your soul just to sit next to her. She had a way about her. Children loved her because Kristine was good and they could feel it. She wasn't an aunt. She was the aunt. Kristine was the godmother of my son, and it was her greatest honor and one that she deserved. Our children miss her in ways I could never articulate, and it is gut-wrenching to see them so destroyed. They were robbed of her. Kristine will never experience motherhood, a role she was born to play. Kristine was strong, brave, independent, and loyal. She was the friend you wished you had. She was the friend who got more fired up about your problems than you did. She was fiercely protective and always on your side, even if you were wrong. Kristine loved traveling and exploring the world. She would buy plane tickets and figure out the rest later. She loved camping and concerts and Halloween and a themed party of any kind and celebrating life and accomplishments. Kristine adored her mother and loved being with her. They were two peas in a pod. They were the same and different in all the most beautiful ways. They lived less than 1 block apart in 2019 when this occurred. Every relationship or friendship she had was special because she was part of it. She was a cheerleader to us all. She loved us unconditionally, completely, and with her entire being until October 7th, 2019. Kristine's mother has not been at this trial. Once Kristine was murdered, she was never the same. How could she be? Her health declined quickly. She left Florida and is now cared for her son in Maryland. Kristine's mother is my godmother. She is special just like Kristine. When she left Florida, she made me promise to see this trial through, and I have kept that promise. We all have. We have sat through graphic testimony and heard all of the positively gruesome details of how our girl met our end. And I sit here today and I listen because that's what Kristine would have done. She would have sacrificed her sanity to see justice done. And so I have done the same. Losing Kristine has been like loving Kristine. It's changed the courses of our life forever. The loss of Kristine is a wound that will never heal. Never. Losing Kristine is like losing the sun. It encompasses you and swallows you whole. Death is difficult, loss is difficult, but losing someone to murder is foul and vicious and soul-crushing. With one exception, I would not wish it on my worst enemy. The prosecution has won this trial, but I assure you, the family, friends, and loved ones of Kristine Ann Melton have only lost.
Samantha, now I just want to go through a few of the pictures.
That's my godmother and Kristine. At Christmas, they always wore matching aprons. Kristine loves Halloween. This is her and some friends as the Golden Girls.
Is Kristine on the top right?
In the yellow, yes.
All right.
That is my Kristine and my son, her godchild. It hangs in his room so that he remembers what she looks like. That is a group of us. We went to concerts every year for probably 20 years.
The top photograph, is that Stephanie in the background, Stephanie
Yes,
Johnson?
ma'am. Yes.
And then the one right behind Kristine Melton, is that your sister?
Yes.
All right.
That's Kristine and Monty. That was her cat, the one who sat next to her crumpled body.
And is Monty the fat cat we saw in the crime scene photos?
Yes. It's Kristine's family, her brother, her mom, her dad. That's her on the bottom, blonde and jumping. It's Kristine on Easter with bunny ears on, with another child who loved her and who will never see her again. That's our family. It's me and my sister, Kristine, our grandmother, and our aunt. There she is. Look at her. Look at her. You can see it. I know you can.
Thank you, Samantha.
Any? Thank you. You can step down.
Judge State would like to call Zane Romero. Good morning.
Good morning.
Would you please introduce yourself to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury by telling them your name?
I'm Zane Romero.
Do you know, or did you know a young lady by the name of Diane Ruiz?
Yes, that was my mom.
And is there anything that you would like for the jury to consider here today as it relates to this matter?
I wrote a letter.
Will you please be so kind?
My name is Zane Romero. I'm a 19-year-old college student going for my bachelor degree in graphic design. I'm Diane Ruiz's youngest child. I was only 14 years old when she passed. Just starting my freshman year of high school, she was so excited to see me grow up. And so proud of what I was growing into. She supported me in all my dreams and only tried to help and uplift me when taking on new risks and challenges. My father unfortunately passed away when I was only 11 years old. My mother was all I had left. I was barely 2 months into my first year of high school when she passed away. I was in marching band, and the week prior, she was telling me how excited she was to go and watch me perform at that weekend's football game. She would have been her first time seeing me perform because that was my first year in that marching band. She never got to see me perform, and I never got the experience of seeing her in the crowd. My mother supported my dreams and only ever wanted me to succeed in life. She always reassured me that my life wasn't going to end if I got a C in math. She always made sure that all the hard work I was putting into my education wasn't going unnoticed. She would always show up with random gifts that helped me and succeeded in my life for what I needed. When I was younger, I originally wanted to be a photographer. My mother went out of her way to find me a professional beginner photographer. She knew I wanted to print my photos, and she bought me a printer with photo paper. I no longer have those dreams, but I still constantly use those items. She was raised in a tough home environment and only ever wanted to give me and my brother nothing like that. She wanted us to grow up in a loving home and for us to be happy. My mother was a single mother who only ever wanted not only for her family but everybody around her to be happy. My mother's life dream was to be able to get married and raise her family. She was so close to getting everything she wanted. I was forced to move states to better accommodate for what I needed for my education. I moved far away from Florida because I grew up everywhere with my mom just to have her be stripped away on a random weekday. I tried my best to avoid going back. She was really excited for my future because she knew I was going to achieve big things, and I refused to disappoint her, even in death, because it helps me push on every day. I would like to share some achievements I've been able to accomplish. I did 3 years of marching band. We achieved superiors in the Blue Ribbon all throughout high school. My senior year, I achieved my high school's most principal award. Sophomore year, I won my first scholarship based off of my art portfolio. I graduated high school. I got accepted into all the colleges I applied and also received a full ride scholarship from one. My senior year, I received the John Phillips User Award for marching band. I got my driver's license. I received my first car. During COVID, I ran a whole jewelry business for 2 years at 16. I got my first job. I'm getting my first apartment July. I'm a year ahead in my college education, and I have my first internship as a graphic designer. I only listed 13 out of many, both big and small, achievements. All 13 of these achievements my mom didn't get the chance to see me accomplish. My mother will never get the chance to see me get married, get to see me graduate college as a first generation graduate, get to see me get my first real job. During college, I was sent to the ER for the first time. I got into my first car accident, and the only person I wanted to call was my mom, or how she went missing. I trusted my gut so much. Everything told me that she was coming home, and I haven't been able to trust her again. Or how when I was told she was missing while walking home from my bus stop, or how everybody in my town knew that she was dead before me, or how on my 15th birthday I almost killed myself because I couldn't bear the idea without turning 15 without my mom. I lived 5 years without her, and not a single day has gone by where I haven't been able to not think about her. My mother only had love in her heart, only wanted the best for me, and nothing that happened to her was ever deserved, and she just wanted to live a normal life.
Did you know where your mom was walking to that morning?
Yeah, to work.
And where did your mom work?
The Moose Lodge.
Okay. And how long had your mom been working at the Moose Lodge?
Like 3 years.
And did you know what your mom did for the Moose Lodge?
She was a bartender.
Did she also volunteer at the Moose Lodge?
Yeah.
Did you know whether or not they performed any benefits?
Not any benefits. She would just be there for fun.
Okay. And did you know that the Moose Lodge was for the concern of children and for the elderly?
Yes.
And your mom was very active in that particular community, is that right?
Yes.
Have you had an opportunity to see a series of photographs in this particular case?
Yes.
And you're familiar with those photographs?
Yes.
I'd like to direct your attention to the screen there at the
Had these
right.
been admitted?
We are moving states exhibits PP3, PowerPoint 3 and evidence at this time, Judge. They've
Any
been
objections?
discussed with defense counsel.
No, we have no objection.
All right, to be admitted.
Thank you, Judge. Merrill, what are we looking at in this photograph?
That's me and my mom at the Moose Lodge on Mother's Day. I don't like pictures taken of myself, and that was the only picture I let her take as a Mother's Day gift.
Very well.
That's my grandpa and my mom when she was a kid. That's my mom when she was younger. That's my mom and my brother while they were at Disney. That is my mom working at the Moose. That is my mom. I'm gonna assume at a bar, I don't know where. That was a picture I took of my mom working an event with her at the Moose.
You say working an event, what do you mean?
It was for something, the camera she got me, she asked me to take pictures, and I just went to go take them. That's my mom and my mom and my brother. I took that picture of my mom and her boyfriend on this trail we went on. And that's my mom at the Moose.
Thank you. I have no further questions for this one.
No question.
All right, sir, you can step down.
Judge, at this time, the state would rest.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, take a break. Let's send you back to the jury room for a few minutes.
All rise.